So, hello everyone, it's time for our panel episode 6, where, as I said last week, I feel this is really like volume 2, right? so last week, of course, he defeated, I actually won, right, but he didn't kill him, of course. Evil God, kind of moves on, parents dies, and we have, I like to separate scene with Mary and Blood before they died, so that was very cute. And that to me feels like, volume 1, right? This is the first volume, and then here right now we're outside the hometown, kind of we're going outside, we're meeting up with the cute elf, which is a man apparently, but looks like a woman, so the Otokunoko elf, like vad personen. So certainly, yeah, so the main character is probably gonna meet his best friend / romance or whatever, right? And maybe those other two characters in the opening, like the little girl and like the kind of professor looking, it's like a character, like a professor looking character, in a sense, right? But anyway, what's we so 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, that was very loud. Okay, I love it. Classic sometimes when you, as like a lizard or something. Well, he's probably out, I guess, exploring now, right? So it's not a bit different. Are they demons? Okay, more like a lizard, but is that a demon? I wanted to be like, what? That's a demon? It looks like a lizard, man. It looks like a lizard, man. It's not even green. But here we go. Opening, of course, Grace Feel. But now, yeah, the adventure starts, right? Definitely. So to see what they're gonna do now when you see the opening, right? Like he's outside now, of course, meeting people and so on, yeah. There he is. Looks like a cute girl, but cute elf boyfriend though. Parents. And Grandpa survived because he was greedy or something. Yeah, I think that was kind of weirdly explained how Augustus was like, whatever. Yeah, I just want to stay here dead or so. I want to stay around. I don't want to record it or something. It's like, I guess, okay. But yeah, those two might also appear, right? Probably not though. I think the elf is probably this episode, and then we have maybe those two other characters coming in this episode, right? Probably. And he feels very guts, right? Cursed by the undead god to always be haunted by the like he feels very guts in that sense. With Berserk, right? That guts is branded and he's attacked by undead. The main character here feels very similar, I think. He's like branded by the evil god. Well, here we go. So the episode starts. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to see here how the new character will be, like his first friend. He never had a friend, right? Of course, he had great parents, but never had a friend. He never had an actual, boy his own age, or even the elf might be much older, of course. But still, you know what? He never had a non-parental person in his life, right? In this life, of course, he's a character, but Maybe just an elf village or something. Yeah, maybe just like an elf, just a general place or something. It's like another destroyed village. It's the same. It's the same as his hometown. I mean, it's like, I don't know what I'm so happy about. It's just such the same, man. There's no people there. He's like, yeah, I found other dead people. You're like, yeah. It's like, yeah. What are you happy about? It's just the same place. It's just like another crater. A lot of dead people. I guess this continent has been mostly destroyed by those wars that, of course, his parents were part of. I suppose so. I'm just like, you would think by now that some other people would have, it's been a few hundred years, people would like maybe take over this place and You know, make their own country here. Okay. Not the best sound effect, honestly. Kind of a weird scripture sound effect. They had Mama's Holy Bread. It doesn't mean okay. So it's not Mother Mary's super bread. That was good that even the guy knew it. You're so filled with holy bread. It's like, what? What are you eating, boy? It's like, what? You have so much holy bread in you. What be feeding you this shit? It's like, yeah, my mom. You dare diss my mommy. Here we go. But that's no, she's a boar, right? Why is everything a demon for him? He's like, boar! But anyway, he has the archer arrow, clearly. It's time for cute elf boy to appear. Obviously. It has that, like, yeah, perfectly aimed at his heart, right? Here he comes! Cute boyfriend, though. Yeah, an elf hunter. They're gonna be best friends for life, clearly. Yeah, finally meets a friend. Yes, I should show my religious powers. Yeah, I should show my holy powers. He will respect that. It's like, yeah. But yeah, he's clearly this kind of guy. Ha! I can speak your language! Here we go, yeah. That's right. Yeah, very cute. Yeah, it's not prey! Of course, it's an elf guy. That's my prey! You can just kill him, my prey, man! Classic elf guys. Yes, I protected myself. I want something too, though. Ooh. See, this F is basically 0 to... Yeah, that's... So they meet by, I don't know, money. they meet somewhere about negotiating food or something. Okay, yeah, very important to, to argue who's gonna eat what. Yeah, very important to discuss who's gonna eat the head or something. Man, it reminds me of Awesome Rankings. Do a dance lab to send the board to become like a soul again. This is kind of cute now. Basically hunting party. Yeah, let's have like a pan and yeah, let's... Little campfire. Yeah, very uneasy friendship I feel here. It's like, Yeah. It's very ridiculous anime. Well, it would be ridiculous if the gods actually exist. Yeah, in this anime, I mean, the gods are real. Yeah, you're one pious guy, eh? Yeah, but like, this guy's met the gods. He's like, yeah, you know, I met the gods, so... I believe in gods because they're real, you know? It's like, I keep meeting these gods, so yeah. I feel pretty confident in the gods. My parents had a very divine, you know, connection, right? So... Yeah, too weird though. Like next village, yeah, it's like yeah, I was raised by my undead mommy and papa and so on. Yeah, not the easiest. Yeah, south. Okay, but I did come from the south though, like further south. Yeah, like ruins. Something like that. Yeah, you kill an idiot. It's like, yeah, great friendship here, yeah. Whatever, yeah, follow this. So I guess suggestions here, yeah, like follow the river, yeah. It actually makes sense that, yeah, following rivers will probably mean you define a village eventually, right? Because you usually build a village with the water, so yeah. I guess it makes sense. Ooh. Man. Not a good friendship. Also, I guess, of course, elf. Spirit elves. Yeah. Yeah, of course he's an elf, so it's a fey elf, you know. Classic stereotypes, yeah. Stop trying to be my friend! It's like, yeah, stop trying to be my friend, man. Like, come on, man. No, I will never meet you again. I thought in the opening and spoiled me that he will clearly meet him again. This clearly can be his best friend, right? Come on. He's very good in Elvish, apparently. Yeah, swift flying eagle. Yeah, I mean, but he doesn't have another life before though. This is like he might be older than me, right? But he's like, I want Iskak. I have 2 lives, right? You know, like. It would be nice seeing a town, right, with some other characters, just random people. Here comes Minaide. Yeah. Oh, protected by his god. Now so he's in danger, I guess. And she got that, like, future sight. Yeah. No. She got that, like, divine... Well, we saw earlier, of course, where she was warning about his parents. So, yeah. I guess that's her thing, though. A little strange she would use, like, interfere with his general lifetime. You probably want to save your new friends, so here's, like, a vision. Yeah. You're a pretty nice guy. He's like, you know, your friend's in trouble, I think, so you go and save him, right? Yeah. Very, very handy goddess. But, okay, here we go. I should say that. I guess someone's gonna fight him. Some bandits, maybe. They probably hate elves, right? They probably like, elf. You can kill them all. That's probably him, though. If it's an arrow, though, right? No? Yeah, exactly. See, I told you, yeah. He's attacking them, right? Come on. Yeah, he's an elf, right? He's like killing you with his thing, right? He's a, oh, yeah. Exactly. I mean, I called it, man. I called it, man. But this is not an arrow. I mean, like, who else would it be, right? This isn't but an arrow. It's like, who else? Oh, yeah, so he has, like, the gnome boys. Another Fey power, yeah. Yeah. I'm muscular. That's good. I'm just very muscular, yeah. I've trained a lot. It's like, my daddy trained me well, yeah. I train a lot. It's like, I'm just gonna flex. So he's the one that cut him. Well, I guess it beats him then, but yeah, I have a hard time seeing why, unless these videos are bad people. Yeah, I don't know why he would like befriend with the elf if they try to kill his humans. But maybe the humans are bad guys, right? Maybe the village are like some bunch of evil people or something. Yeah, this guy might be some kind of, you know, trafficking, I don't know. Okay. Ja, det är kind of like a gray zone of yeah, it's a bunch of random people, crazy people. But they don't seem evil, right? Like, maybe they are generally kind of like bandits, maybe, but like, yeah, why is the elf boy trying to murder them all? He's doing it for food. Yeah, it seems really strange that it's like decides to murder all his humans, get their food. Doesn't come off as a very likable character if he's gonna be the best friend of the main character, right? And he's like some kind of, yeah, he's the best friend of the main character, but yet he's some kind of like willing to kill humans for food or something. But of course, it might be something more to this. Yeah, might be something more to this, right? Yeah, because now the old man is like, yeah, you're gonna protect us, right? Right? So now the old evil man is like, yeah, everyone though, including the elf, right? So. I don't know, it's just a little strange there, so. Okay. What is the... Okay, demons item. Still though, why are you trying to kill random innocent humans? But that's other though. Yeah, this seems still like... People still trying to kill us humans immediately though. Oh my god, it's Mapleback. His clothes are like so flat. His clothes look so incredibly flat. Like he's wearing some kind of super... I don't know. It's like a very, very simple... classic storyline, like where it's like, no. I don't know. I still don't feel he's likable. It's like willing to kill other people to save his people. I mean, he's a hunter, man. He can go hunt the freaking food, man. It seems a little weird. He's going to hunt his food. Yeah, what would Papa Blood do? Okay, what's he gonna do then? What's his deal? It's like, I have to defeat the demon. I mean, I think he's probably gonna... He's going with the Gus strategy. Money! I love this. I like his channeling into Gus. That was good. What about money? That was great, man. He's channeling that Gus there. It's like, just a lot of money, guys. Oh, it's good, man. It's like, money. That always fixes everything. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, I have money. Yeah, but I mean, they got attacked by A, so they tried to kill B instead. Not a big fan of that. I mean, it's just like, that's pretty evil, guys. That is pretty evil. Not the biggest fan of that play out. But of course, he's gonna recruit the elf. Like he's my slave now. Yeah, he can work for me, right? He's gonna pay. He's gonna buy the elf love. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay for it, you know. Well, yeah. But truly a paladin. Divine. I feel it's like a lot of shit codes. It's like, God, protect me! And then the God is like, yeah, we got some shiny power. Yeah, it's good when you were like, Gods are on my side. Look at this. Okay. Yeah, what are you hiding this cave for? It's like, you're some bunch of weirdo. Yeah, you're some bunch of... Definitely a weirdo. Certainly a weirdo. But of course, now he buys his lover, so... There's also a way to get friendship. With money! The Gus strategy. Yeah, here we go. I bought his friendship. Yes. Yeah. He wanted to have, I guess, a party member, so but he bought him. Yeah. He's like, I wanted to have a party member, guys. I wanted to have this elf in my party, right? So I bought him in the party. It's like, it works, you know. Gus taught me that. Grandpa's strategy is the best strategy, yeah. Something grandpa, you know. What's the strategy? No, it's fine. I probably beat him. I like his strategy. It's like, what's the strategy? Like, they're like really powerful demon shit. Nah, I don't know. I'm just like a strong guy, so I can probably beat them by just going there. You know. It's like I'm pretty powerful. Yeah, I have to return them to the side. But yeah, like I like that his strategy is like, I'm an OP main character, so I don't need strategy. Yeah. This is the best scene. It's like, what did my mom do? What did my dad do? He's like channeling Mary in blood. And then it's like, I have the solution. Here is the funny scene. Yeah, this is what the best is, man. He's like channeling, but he's like, what would mom do? Mommy Mary, what would you do? He's like, blood. My father told me, and it's like, money! It's like, I got the solution! Money! Money always works! Yeah, I love it. He kind of abandoned his parents, teaching. It's like, grandpa, man. Grandpa gave me all the money. That always works, yeah. I'm a trust fund kid, My grandpa gave me trust fund, so money! Yeah, that always works. I don't know, guys. I think the episode was fine, but I mean, the elf comes off as quite dislikable. People are gonna argue, say that, oh no, but he's doing it to save the people and blah blah blah. Yeah, but it's like the whole thing there is that, well, okay, so person A attacked my village, so we feed lots of food and people die there. No, I'm attacking person B instead to kill them, right, and take their food. Like you're becoming immediately what you hate, right? Someone kills your brother, so you go and kill someone else's brother, right? I don't mean like their brother, demons, but you kill like random person, right? So it makes him and the villagers just kind of like, you can't give me this sob story of, oh, I'm so sad that my friend died, or like my daughter got killed by these demons and so on. Yeah, but then you try to kill someone else's daughter. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really like make your sob story good, because it makes that you're sitting here trying to get sympathy, right, for your sad life, so to speak, but then you're trying to do the exact same thing to someone else. So there feels like the absolute lack of empathy, right? It's like, you know, thing A happened to me, right? And I was very, very sad. So I go away, and so I go out and I do the exact same thing to someone else, right? And then I whine about, oh no, it's tragic, right? So yeah, I think it's very weak, honestly. It also, yeah, it doesn't really make me like that. How is that? Doesn't make me like the new best friend, right? I really don't, honestly, in that sense, because it's like, I feel it's a little forced. It's gonna come in there, right, and yeah, basically, it's willing to murder. And I mean, he's acting like, I think honestly what the bullshit was that he was acting like, oh, but he's just gonna rob them, he's gonna take all the food and money, right? He just needed food and money for the women and children or something. But he used to try to snipe to people, he used to, you know, shoot 2 people from distance. Just willing to kill like those 2 guys immediately, right? So it wasn't like, so it's complete bullshit when he argued that, I was gonna take their, you know, their food, whatever. Yeah, I was doing it so we could have shelter and food. But like, you were immediately trying to kill these 2 guys. Like, you didn't even, it wasn't like that thing. Or another thing, of course, maybe they could have. You could also, it would be harder for them to do it, but you could also, you know, question that maybe he could like negotiate with them first. He could have told this old man that, you know, the demons attacked them, right? They couldn't have maybe moved in there. But as you see here, I mean, he immediately tried to kill these 2 guys. He's immediately to assassinate them, yeah. So, I don't know. I would see him as a pretty much a bad person. Even if he's doing it to save these children and women or whatever, he's gonna kill other children and women, right? He's gonna kill the husband and so on, right? Husbands of other children, and make those children, of course, you know, have no parents and then die or whatever, right? It seems like a really weird strategy. I mean, it's very, very selfish, of course. It's very, very. I mean, it's evil. It's selfish, right? It's evil. You just care purely about your own, and I don't know. I don't think it makes that much sense, because, I mean, from a very, very like basic standpoint, it makes sense. I need to get food. I kill anyone to get food, right? But from the whole world building standpoint, it doesn't make much sense, because you have like, these are the 2 neighboring villages. So you probably, this is probably people you trade with the most, so on, right? These people probably would know that you were attacked and so on, if it didn't happen just immediately. So either they planned this thing out for a while, right? Yeah, it doesn't make much sense, actually, most of it. The more you think about it, it doesn't make much sense, right? Because it's like, well, isn't this a closest village to them? Wouldn't they know about that? Wouldn't it make more sense to like ally up with them to fight the demons, so on, right? You could also imagine that people living on the front would be stronger. That's something I think is very, it's kind of like weak here in the world building. So he explains that this is the most southern pale size in the world, right, the continent. Because south of that is like ruins, right? So people here are like adventurous, so they probably will be pretty high level, because they're like, you know, spending time fighting demon shit, right? Yeah, they are like women and children and getting owned by some random demons. It just doesn't make much sense, because usually when you're fighting this kind of like in a typical game, right, is it a frontier village? They're either kind of, you know, very, very scruffy, right? People living up there, or they're very strong, right? Because otherwise they can't survive there, yeah. So basically, how to say it? Because they managed to build a village here, they have to have enough power to fight demons. If they were living in some kind of scruffy camps where they're just kind of living there for one day, or kind of nomadically traveling around in the ruins, then it'd be one thing, because then they might just avoid demons and try to get the treasure or whatever, right? But they have established villages next to the demon land, so they have to have like strong enough guards, right, to fight the demons and so on. So either by the countries, like by the military, or by the adventurers being strong enough to do it. So it doesn't make much sense, actually, that the demons could attack that village that's been like built up like this kind of sizable city, right, and actually destroy it so easily. That seems really weird. And because these demons do that, then that means that these guys would know about it, right? At least it means that this next village would know about it, because this is not like, you know, random nomad camp. This is like city 1, city 2, right? So this city would know that the next city next to them have been, you know, ransacked by demons, right? Because this is like a YouTube kind of big cities, right? This is not just like a random little village. It's a true actual, like, you know, yeah, settled places, right? if you look at the actual area, because they have like farmland and they have all this stuff, right? It actually doesn't make much sense. It's describing that there are these scruffy kind of adventures on the edge of the country, or whatever. Yeah, but then they can't have established like farmland and so on. Like, they can't have established like serious farmland and build up cities and so on, right? It's a good image of the actual city, but I mean, they clearly have built an actual like place, right? Here we go. Like, there's a lot of houses here. They have farmland and it's all this shit, right? So no, I just want to buy it, honestly. The more I think about it, the less, you know, this anime makes sense in that way. This world doesn't make any sense because these people would have to have like powerful guards, right? They can protect them from demons. Whereas they can't build the freaking farmland. They can't, like, it takes a lot of time to build up these kind of stone houses, right? So it's probably like, what, 50 years old, 100 years old, right? Whatever. It's like a generation old at least. The old man knew the lady, know the village and so on, right? They probably trade and so on. So this is like at least a 1 generation old village. So they will have to have guards, right? From either the military of the country, or then again have like mercs or whatever, yeah. And because that's big enough, they would also know that the neighboring city got attacked by demons, right? And they probably would have some kind of because they have demons, they probably would have some kind of alliance, right, with the closer villages to help them and so on, to fight demons together, right? So yeah, nothing here makes much sense, but these people would probably ask them instead of help for the demons to fight demons together, right? And then if they reacted them, they would attack them, probably, right? They used to attack them immediately after getting. The more I think about it, the less this makes sense. It is pretty weak, actually, the whole thing here. Another thing that's weak is that in this village, even though it's a pretty big village, they have only men in it to make them look less sympathetic, I guess. The victims, very strange, honestly. I don't know. Yeah, I was like, it just breaks. The more I think about the episode, it just breaks, right? It just breaks. The more I think about it, it's like, why wouldn't they talk to them first? Why wouldn't they negotiate them first or whatever? Yeah. So, well, I have to see the elf and the other guy as bad guys, right? Because they didn't even try to ask for help. They didn't try to trade with them. They didn't negotiate with them. They decided to assassinate the men in the village and, you know, take their demons or whatever. Yeah. And then they were acting like they gave this sob story, but the sob story is so weak because they would try to do the exact same thing, right, again to the older men. So it's like, okay, no. I find it quite dislikable, generally. And also quite a little bit of bad world building, because it doesn't make any sense either. That it'd be so easy for the demons. I'm not saying that demons can never attack, you know, a human village, right? Or city or whatever. We've seen a lot of games and so on, right? But I'm just saying that typically what happens in like a typical JRPG, right? So you have the JRPG, here's like some kind of city that lives here for 200 years. Suddenly the demon lord appears with his new army, right? And kills and, you know, arms every woman and kidnaps every, yeah. And so on. And that usually is like a big deal, right? The demons are suddenly powerful enough to destroy a bordering city, right? So here they have a border city that suddenly got crushed by demons. That would be a huge news, right? Because this city has probably been there for like 50, 100 years or whatever, right? So yeah, I think the world building there doesn't make any sense. Because this village here would probably well aware that someone burned down the closest city to them, right? The demons suddenly are on the move again, strong enough to attack cities, right? Because otherwise, if demons weren't strong enough to attack cities, they would never build up to begin with, right? So obviously, they have enough power to push away demons, kill demons, right? To be able to establish cities in this place. That suddenly the demons have the power to, you know, usurp them. That would be like huge news, right, for everyone. And also probably maybe get help, right, from the kingdom and so on. So it's like a really weird setting here where they are attacking them. What happened yesterday? Something? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Subscribe to the like button. But yeah, I think the anime, you know, it's very tropey, and this feels very tropey. But the actual like build up for it, it's really weak, right? Like it's a typical demons attacked our village. Now we have to, yeah, it's like the Attila the Hun attacked us. We have to move to the next place, right there. It's that strategy. But for example, then Attila the Hun did it in reality. And he pushed the barber and so on, you know, downwards. His attacks, they were very powerful, right? And they were like very, very powerful. And they have had their territory for a long time. Then Attila appeared and pushed them further down. But he was very, very powerful. He was much powerful. He was even stronger, right? So he pushed down these people. he coming here, right? He pushed down them, and he took over their territory, and then they had the Romans because they got pushed down by his power. Yeah, they went towards Italy and so on, you know, into Europe, right? Because they got like, displaced by his big army. Displaced another big army, right? Because they couldn't fight him, so they moved like Army A got pushed away by Army B because Army B was like massive, but Army A also was big, but it wasn't that massive. Right? So they moved instead and attacked other countries, right? To kind of move around, yeah. But again, then it was a huge thing in history, right? Like, oh shit, these guys attacked us. They were massive, right? And everyone knew about it because they was like, oh, wow, this guy displaced those guys. They had to be very powerful, right? Everyone knew. But here's like a city, not in the same level of it, but it's kind of the same thing where it's like the humans here clearly have enough power to establish cities, right? And then suddenly demons destroy the cities, and you're like, okay, this has to be a huge thing. Whereas the cities would be much more of a kind of a nomad kind of, you know, they couldn't have like farmland and so on. Yeah, if they didn't have like farmland and there wasn't like an established system here, then it would be much more realistic if they actually was like a little tents or whatever, right? A new, if it was a new settlement, right? It was like we started building this village yesterday. Here comes the demons and attack us. Like that makes sense, yeah. But it's like here we have city for 100 years and the demons, yeah, it's a huge difference. So I don't know. I feel it's been a weak writing. Pretty weak.